Hey everybody, welcome to the Faith and Fandom podcasts, episode 6. Here with
Vincent
Stevens, and I are once again reunited, and it feels so good.
And it feels so good.
Glad you did that, because I don't think I was going to pull that off.
Always hit the
That's the dynamic of our relationship. So we're together and just getting ready for the weekend. Vincent is going to LibraryCon in Fayetteville. It's one of our favorite local shows, but I'm going out of town to DragonCon.
Nerd.
Okay. I was going to say you're as nerdy as I am, but maybe not. But I don't know, probably.
On different levels.
Different levels, different stuff. But this is my first time going to DragonCon. And so Vincent is going to solo this show, which is probably a good thing, considering he hasn't done a Comic-Con in 8 weeks or more, something like that.
I've been busy.
I've done more shows with your wife this year than you.
Not this year.
Maybe.
I've only done 2 with my wife.
How many have I done with you this year, Vincent?
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and count that.
We did Statesville.
Not this year together?
No. We did Savannah.
Uh-huh, keep going.
And we did... What was the one in Raleigh?
Oak City?
That was recent. That was March.
But your wife was there.
I didn't ask her to come.
But Vincent's doing the show, and I'm getting ready for DragonCon, and honestly, I have some pre-con jitters for this, because I am not used to shows of this size or scale.
It is a giant show.
Yeah, it's a giant show. If I'm not mistaken, it's the biggest show in our country, second to San Diego.
You're going to see a lot of cosplay. That's, like, legitimately awesome.
I'm sure, and that's like, I'm looking on Instagram, and everybody's posting their cosplay schedules.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Instagram, like, my nerd Instagram has been, like, blown up with cosplay. People are going all out already.
I know they are, and I know it's going to be pretty intense, but, like, I was going to post, like, my t-shirt schedule. If, since everybody else is posting their cosplay schedule, I'll post my nerdy t-shirt schedule. Someone might care.
Oh, what you're wearing for the week? Oh, my gosh. I was like, what? Your t-shirt schedule?
Well, man, if everybody else is posting their...
I'm wearing this.
Well, I plan on starting out early Thursday with a Faith and Fandom shirt. Friday...
You have to change that in the middle of the day.
Oh, that's
like a real cosplayer.
I want to be a real cosplayer when I grow up and change clothes 3 times a show.
Yeah, so you have to change your shirt 3 times. So extra shirts for you for packing.
Well, that's going to be terrible because my wife is going to Marietta, Georgia while I'm at the show and leaving me. I'm not going to have a way to do anything. My hotel is like 30 miles from the show.
How are you getting home?
Mike and Chrissy Smith
Yes.
are about to have another baby.
I know that.
Danielle is going there to assist.
Oh.
So
Like now, baby?
Like it may be this weekend, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Congratulations, baby number 2.
So
still 0.
Yes, still
I'm
0.
proud.
But Mike and Chrissy are doing that. So Danielle is going to be kind of over there, but I'm going to be hanging out there by myself, so I'm going to have to pack really smartly. But I'm just kind of, I don't like crowds. Like,
we both don't.
And I don't like crowds, and I think this thing runs like 300,000.
Yeah, easily.
And the biggest show I've ever been to is 30,000.
I heard this show is like one of my friends that I used to work with. Well, not friends, coworkers I used to work with.
Whoever Vincent's coworkers are, he's saying you're not their friend.
Oh, we're not friends. I don't say that straight up. Like, but he was telling me like it's crazy, and it doesn't stop.
No,
I think that's the thing.
All right, DJ Spider, the lady that's always at Heroes Con.
Yeah.
She has a rave starting at 3 a.m.
Yeah. He was like, it just doesn't stop. Like, you'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you'll see a bunch of people in cosplay. running around on things in spirits.
It's like, I mean, there's a lot going on at this show. Like, there's a G.I. Joe pool party.
What?
Yeah,
What
like
so
G.I.
you're just trying to have a bunch of naked buff dudes wearing speedos.
Well, like Candace, our Candace, like cosplay Candace,
Yeah.
like that Candace, she's in the G.I. Joe pool party, dressed as CoverGirl, and she posted her photo of her costume last night, and she was posting that she's like, I hope I have the courage to wear this, and so but there's a lot going on, and I don't think I am extroverted enough to wear a cosplay at a show like this where I'm going to be
Half naked.
not half naked judged. Like, my cosplay game is not that strong, and I feel like that would be an issue if I feel like it would be an issue for me. So, I don't know.
I would definitely, like... I think that's the one insecurity that I have is my body. And it's just kind of like... I don't care, but on the other hand, it's just like... You see a bunch of, like, half-naked people, and they're, like, have their belly out, or have, like, six-packs, and you're just kind of like, no, not today.
Well, it's like, for a while now, I've wanted to do Bebop
Yeah.
from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But if I did it,
Your shirt would have to be open.
well, I would
Your
straight up
vest.
wear a vest with my belly hanging out.
Yeah.
And
I would do it.
okay, you can be Rocksteady.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
Rocksteady and Bebop coming at you.
We're gonna put a Rocksteady and Bebop cosplay.
Next con, I need to find some things.
Well, if I'm doing it, I'm not doing body paint, so bump all that.
Oh, no. I don't... Not enough powder on me yesterday.
So we're gonna have to find a way to get you a rhino mask, and I've got the pig snout.
I think it's Halloween's coming, so I'm pretty sure I can find a horn
Yeah.
and use that and put some black people makeups becoming more easy to find. So
Okay. But, you know, I've got some nervous about that. I hate traffic, and I know that my wife is going to have to drop me off and pick me up. And I was counting on Atlanta's public transportation to be able to get me back close to my hotel.
Have fun.
But I checked, you know, their MARTA transportation thing is actually pretty legendary for being good public transportation.
Oh.
Like, they're supposed to be one of the best public transits in the world. But they don't go near my hotel at all. Like, 10 miles away.
So you can get a Lyft or Uber.
An Uber?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I like it. It's reliable.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming, but how much does it, like, run?
Depending. You can download the app and you can see what the rates are.
Because if I'm going, like, 30, or I think I'm only 20 miles away.
I would say I would take a bus or whatever system, train or bus, whatever, public transportation there, and then get an Uber to there because it can get expensive. Depending, and especially, like, their rates are going to go up since it's Con.
Yeah. But I've got jitters for that, just the overwhelmingness of it. I'm only going to stay Thursday, Friday, and come home Saturday night.
Yeah.
But I'm meeting Nathan Fillion Friday at lunch.
Man crush Monday.
I don't know if I've ever had a man crush on
I have.
Mal. I enjoy him. I don't, you know, I'm only meeting him because I don't know if I'll ever have another chance.
It's the hair.
Really?
It's like, it's yeah.
So we're doing Nathan Fillion on Friday. We've got Matt Smith Saturday evening, and I'm also going to see Jackie Craft's panel at 2:30 on Saturday. She's got a cosplay melee panel, and so that's like she actually is a guest at DragonCon.
Look at there.
I'm super excited about
Famous
that.
peoples
But
we know.
I'm gonna get to hang out with Candace. I'm gonna get to hang out with Jackie. So I'm pretty pumped about seeing people I know there. But yeah, I'm pretty nervous about it, and I'm looking forward to coming back to just small North Carolina Comic Cons.
Small Lumberton.
But yeah. So outside of Comic-Con life, we have been discussing some of our entertainment stuff. And I don't know about you, but I know you haven't watched The Defenders yet.
No.
Um,
I can't get over the whole aspect of what's his name, Iron Fist. He's just like, I watched the first episode, heard a bunch of all the podcasts I listened to. Well, the nerdy ones I listened to did not like it, and I usually trust their judgment. The ones I listen to, the fan bros, shout out to them. But I no, I watched the first one and I think I fell asleep. Which isn't. I'm borderline narcoleptic, so.
that's true. I enjoyed Iron Fist. I didn't love Iron Fist. It is definitely the weakest of the equation. But for me, I'm a completionist, and you can't get the full gamut of that because if you watch Defenders without watching Iron Fist, you are missing out on 1, 2, 3, 4 major characters of Defenders.
Oh.
And not just passerbys, like the villains.
The thing is, like, I'm calling out Netflix on this. You put out Jessica Jones, which was amazing. A little sexual, which I'm okay with, but other people are like, not watching that. I wish it was less sexual so I could have some of more Christian friends who struggle with stuff like that. Watch it, but can't watch that. Luke Cage, amazing. And then Daredevil, my gosh. Like, and then you have Iron Fist, who I'm expecting it to be at those 3 levels, and then it's kind of a big letdown. I was let down.
You can't say you were let down if you watched one episode.
I was let down by that one episode. I loved the first episode of Luke Cage, loved the first episode of Daredevil, loved the first episode of Jessica Jones.
It's totally worth watching in the end.
I will watch it.
You need to, because listen, Defenders was baller.
I can imagine. I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks amazing.
Jessica Jones and Daredevil talking smack to each other.
That sounds fun.
That's great. Luke and Jessica.
At it again.
Well, no, not quite, but you have some moments.
Okay.
Like, she makes a coffee reference.
Do they have a baby?
They're not together.
I mean, in the comics they are.
Yeah, in the comics they have a baby.
Okay.
They had a baby around...
that was a while ago.
Right after Civil War,
Yeah.
they had a baby. Because that was part of the whole Secret Avengers thing. But, how do you feel about shows like that where you have to layer it? Where you have, like, how do you feel about it? Because, like, personally, I feel like it's what you do. I would almost feel better about it for other people. Now, for me, I know it's part of the deal. It's like reading a comic book. You know crossover stuff you have to.
Yeah, of course. I mean, reading a comic book, you're going to get that. But I think Arrow and Flash and Days of Tomorrow and some other shows.
Legends of Tomorrow?
Whatever. I don't like that show either.
I watched one episode.
Exactly.
I Iron Fisted it.
Exactly. I watched 2 episodes. I tried to like it because I liked every single character that was in there.
I was going to watch it solely for Arthur Darvill for Rory.
And I love Arthur, but it was so bad. And so I think they did a whole Alien episode where each episode you had to go watch a different part of another show. Like, I think they started off with Flash, and then you had to go to...
Well, that was the
Arrow.
Vandal Savage episode, right? Yeah.
No.
No?
This was the Alien... you're not... What's the last...
I'm way behind.
Okay, never mind.
Well, that first one that was basically the Legends of Tomorrow one. Their first crossover.
Oh.
That started was the last time I saw it.
No, this is... Okay. Yeah, you're behind.
That's okay.
There's an Alien episode, and you had to watch basically Supergirl, Arrow, and Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow.
I've never seen Supergirl.
Supergirl's great. It's great. If I had a daughter, we'd be watching that together. But yeah, I don't know how I feel, but I like it. But on the other hand, like, you introduce characters that I don't know about because I'm not going to watch all of Legends of Tomorrow to catch up. I literally found that episode, and I watched that episode, and that was it of my Legends of Tomorrow.
Well, maybe, I don't know if, I haven't looked, but maybe there's a YouTube, here's what you need to know thing a summary of Iron Fist, so you can just jump into
I
Defenders?
might do that. I've heard there's plenty of commentaries on the Iron Fist, so I will probably watch that. If it's more than 8 episodes, I'm not watching it. I'm not wasting 8 hours of my time.
Well, I think, honestly, the big thing you need to know from Iron Fist is that they have stuff that can bring the dead back to life,
Okay.
which they have Madame Gal from Daredevil
Yeah.
is the main villain.
Okay.
And Claire actually travels to Japan with Iron Fist and his sidekick, whose name I forget. It's a girl. The girl from like the first episode, the martial arts teacher.
Yes.
Those two and Claire travel to Japan to fight Madame Gal.
Why?
Plot lines.
Okay.
But then like there's Kabuto or whatever the guy's name. That's the secondary main bad guy in Iron Fist.
Yes.
Is a big contender in Daredevil. So is a big contender in Defender. So you need to know who those people are.
I'll give it a chance.
But I watched Defenders. I really enjoyed it. It went really fast. It was 8 episodes, and they like Misty had a lot of good roles, like from Luke Cage, the cop.
Yes.
She had a good spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there was one point they bring all the secondary characters into one room.
Oh.
So Foggy.
I was going to say Foggy.
You get Foggy, Karen, Iron Fist sidekick, Misty, like everybody. The only person that didn't have somebody in there was Luke.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any.
He doesn't.
Minus the
Lone Rider.
Minus the dude that like was holding the money for the
I was about to say.
barbershop.
I think his sidekick died. His Alfred died.
Yeah, his Alfred died. But do you feel like there was a different route they should have gone with that?
With the whole completion episode?
Yeah.
No, because I mean, in the show, I mean, in the comics, like it's kind of like that too, where you have the Defenders, and I think what they should have done. Well, yeah, I do kind of think that too. I think they should have had the Defenders first, and then had side shows. Like each show branch off of that, kind of slowly introducing the characters. I like when shows do that. Have like a main season, and then you're like, oh, I want to know more about so and so, and then you come back.
That's what all of that is.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wanted the Defenders first.
Yeah.
So I could grow to like Iron Fist instead of having Iron Fist.
Well, here's the deal: if they'd done the Defenders first, no one would watch Iron Fist.
Sorry.
But speaking of Iron Fist and things people don't like, The Dark Tower.
I love that movie.
So you love The Dark Tower. Tell us why.
I love Idris Elba. I feel like he could do no wrong. Like, every single thing I've seen him in has been absolutely fantastic. He has not had a bad TV show.
Even The Office?
He was great in The Office.
Okay.
I thought he was hilarious. He played the sexy black man.
Is that what he always plays?
No.
Okay.
But he is a sexy black man.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, he's just great. He did a great job. He played himself. Dude lost some weight. He does a great job. The storyline, I think you described it perfectly on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook or something like that. Whatever social media you use.
Yeah.
You described it as like a never-ending story mixed with
The Matrix.
And something else.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. And I think once you get past, like, I don't know what people are basing their opinions on.
Well, there's a whole long book series plus graphic novel series.
Okay, so I didn't read any of that.
I didn't either.
I might, because I enjoyed the movie.
Remember the year we went to Free Comic Book Day at Apocalypse dressed like Batman and Robin?
Yes.
Like that year long ago?
Yeah.
I got the first Dark Tower hardback as that was what we got when they gave us.
I have that then.
Yeah, they gave.
Oh snap!
That was our prize for dressing up as costume.
Book. Okay. So I have the graphic novel. Who knew? I have a lot of comic books I have not read. Obviously. That's funny. But
I gave mine away.
I still have it, I believe. We've been throwing a lot of stuff away to make more room for the more space we have.
For the baby you're having?
We don't have a... No! But, I just enjoyed it. I didn't read the comic books. I didn't read anything. I thought it was just a great story. I think once you incorporate kids and adults working together, I just love that kind of situation. Not in like the creepy way, but like doing student ministry and having to work with kids often and like kind of befriending kids. It's like, I can see this happening. And I think Matthew McConaughey and his awkward self did amazing too, so.
All right. I mean, he was a good Satan role too.
He was. He was definitely good as a villain. I don't think we ever seen Matthew McConaughey as a villain. On that grand scheme, though.
Not on that grand scheme, but he was basically Satan. So I mean, there's not like much of a grander scheme.
No. But I thought the concept was great. It made me want to read more. I think they introduced a lot of things. I really don't see how people didn't like it. I don't.
Well, here's the deal. It's like these DC animated films. If you've read these comics for years and you know these stories, and then it gets reduced to an hour and 20 minutes, because Dark Tower was short too.
This is true.
I mean, but think about it, like that Batman and Son movie they made.
But I don't feel like that's done though.
What?
Dark Tower.
Well, no, they're planning it to be. They planned it to be the beginning of a franchise.
Yeah.
But now the way it's been crapped on, it's probably gonna not exist.
They need toy sales like Power Rangers.
Man, I don't think I hear your words, but I don't think toy sales are gonna help the Power Rangers movie.
No, it did.
I don't think it's gonna help it enough to make a sequel.
I think it is. It made more money through DVD sales and toy sales than it did.
I didn't make DVD, so it's not on DVD yet.
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Really?
I have it.
Oh, I don't care.
I almost bought 2 copies.
Yeah, I don't care about it. So
I know you don't, but I do. I have the poster.
No.
I have toys.
You know what? Rosa actually wanted to watch it again, so we might rent it or Redbox it or something.
You should buy it.
She really enjoyed it. Like, I had to stop her from getting a
Why?
A Yellow Ranger Funko Pop the other day.
Why didn't you let her get it?
Because it costs money.
I'll buy it for her.
All right. Y'all heard it. Vincent's going to buy my daughter a Yellow Ranger Funko
I will.
Pop.
I mean, there was a metal one that I almost bought that was yellow. It was only $3, but I was like, yellow.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. Thanks, Becky G, for all you do.
But I think I personally really enjoyed Dark Tower. And that's one of the things. It's like people are just going into these things intentionally looking for crap to hate. Even with the Defenders. Because I'm going to tell you this. There was a ton of negativity about the Defenders, and I had a ball. And there are just certain people that they go into stuff looking for the negative.
There's a bunch of trolls out in the universe.
As NF says on the Social Club CD, trolls, get off of my page.
Yep.
I still only have one troll.
I have 0 because I don't care.
I have one troll, and I struggle with banning him off the Faith and Fandom page on a regular.
I would do it.
I know you would. That's why you're not an administrator. Actually, you're not an administrator because you don't use Facebook.
Nope.
But, there are just so many people who are looking for negative. I really think it boils down to the concept, biblically, of seek and you will find.
Yeah.
If you seek negative, you're going to find negative.
Yeah.
And I think that's what our world is doing. They're finding negative. And I think that's why they just get so bogged down in it. Which, you and I were talking earlier, which is why I think I take the break during the summers and I watch comedies.
Yeah.
Since completing episode 4, the 4th Faith and Fandom book, I've basically watched in my free time nothing but comedies because it helps me digress out of the stress of that, plus the stress of the school year and everything else. I think it's one of the things that helps me enjoy my summer better.
You do a lot.
Summer's
usually the time and breaking from everything.
But just since the 4th book published, I've watched The Office, Parks and Rec.
Hold on. The whole
The whole.
My Hector! It took me 6 months to get through The Office.
I don't sleep much.
I don't either.
But I've watched The Office. I've watched Parks and Rec. I've watched The It Crowd.
You also drive and watch TV, though.
I do not.
Not like what you listen to it.
Oh yeah, I'll put Netflix on like an audiobook.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that.
Okay.
Like,
not watch Netflix and drive. That's dangerous. That's worse than texting and driving.
That's worse than texting and driving. Which, by the way, I got pulled over last night for Pokemon.
Again?
But I wasn't.
Were you not?
I was not. It was rainy, and I was getting my windshield wipers on, and a cop thought I was swerving, so he followed me. And then I went to where I was going to battle a gym.
Yeah.
I parked, started battling a gym. 10 minutes later, this cop pulls up behind me. He's like, I saw you swerving back there. What you doing? I was like, I was getting my wipers on, and my Pokemon, I was still in a battle on my dashboard.
Pokemon's going to get you arrested.
No. But I was still in a battle on my dashboard, and I was like, he's like, were you playing that and driving? I was like, no, man. It doesn't let you play once you go over 20 miles an hour. I was like, I was not playing and driving. You have to drive these locations.
I wouldn't even say that because you would know that you would.
It tells you
that. It tells you that. He doesn't know that.
Yeah. But so I was like, no, I drove here. Yeah, you just caught me at a bad moment. He said, yeah, you did straighten out. I'm like.
Then why'd you. Never mind. Be quiet.
Then why'd you pull me over?
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's because he saw me parked oddly. Like, I guess it would have looked like if I had been drinking or something.
Yeah.
That I had gotten passed out or something. But either way, Pokemon. Someone has to be the very best. Like no one ever was. And you don't get that way without vigorous training.
I just want to say, as a side note, I would say about how long have I been married? A year. So about a year and some change ago, Hector was hating on Pokemon so hard.
So hard.
So hard. And he's more obsessed with Pokemon than I am right now. And so the fact that he is still playing this game, has bought a Pokemon game, I feel like you bought Pokemon plushes and Pokemon things for your children. You own more Pokemon gear than I do.
Yes. I when we mentioned the DragonCon stuff earlier, I didn't say it, but I actually do have one cosplay. I'm doing a casual Snorlax. Because casual cosplays are a thing now.
What does that mean?
Hold on, we're going to let this siren pass. All right.
We're outside.
Yeah, we do most of these outside. Wait 1 second.
Not now.
All right. So, a casual cosplay is when you take the basic elements of the character, but you do it in a low-key way, like you're not trying way hard.
I've been doing that for years.
Right? Well, honestly, like your Robin thing.
Yes.
That's casual cosplay.
I've been doing that for years.
But I have a, you know that Snorlax hat I have?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, but then I'm going to get a tan t-shirt, and I'm going to get an open blue hoodie.
Yes. See, that's the cosplay I like. Casual cosplay for the win.
So we're doing that. But I've been watching comedies all summer, but I'm finishing up 30 Rock now, which is funny because we haven't even talked. No. But you're also watching.
I'm also watching 30 Rock.
And so let me ask you this: what's your favorite thing about 30 Rock?
I think most of these shows nowadays are I think they're very over-sexualized, and I'm kind of ministering to a lot of people who struggle with like pornography and masturbation and all that other stuff. And so what I've been trying to help them and going to like G4 groups, which is like kind of like a counseling group. And so I've been going there with them. And so one of the things that they talk about in these groups is how just watching certain shows will trigger something. And so I've been just watching making sure I'm paying very close attention to what I'm watching lately. And so 30 Rock, it's just genuinely funny. Yeah, they have some like very small sexual humor, but it's not to the point where I don't get triggered by those things, but it's not to the point where it's like, oh, this is a lot. It's not New Girl. And I also just love all the cast that is in it. I think everyone in that show is amazing. They do a great job.
Did you know that Pete, head writer Pete,
Yeah.
is Baymax?
What? Really?
Pete is Baymax. Blah.
I cannot see that.
He is totally Baymax.
I need to buy that movie.
Yeah, you do.
It's probably one of the fewer movies I have cried in.
But guess what? He's also at DragonCon this weekend.
Is he really?
And he's speaking. He has lectures.
As what?
Himself.
30 Rock or?
He's a writer. He does all sorts of stuff.
Oh. Interesting.
So, he's not on my photo list or anything.
Oh, no.
I don't really want a photo with Pete.
I feel like he would just sit there.
No, he's really, really funny.
Oh. Not sit there, but, like, I don't think he would be one of the people that he would, like, stand in line for.
I probably am going to, just because I'm watching 30 Rock right now and I'm enjoying him a lot. That's a show I would buy. It's one of those that when I was worried that, when they start talking about that whole thing about NBC losing Netflix, you don't just lose Office.
No.
You lose Parks and Rec.
Parks
you
and
lose
Rec and 30 Rock.
30 Rock.
Yeah.
Which I've been trying to go back and buy certain shows because Chuck is gone.
Chuck is gone, and I wanted to rewatch Chuck.
Well, I have it if you do want to get it sometime.
At some point in my life.
Okay, because if you really want, I can bring it when we get our gear back.
Okay.
But guess who else is at DragonCon?
Matt Smith?
Well, Matt Smith, yes.
Who else?
Zachary Levi. Chuck is there.
Finn Rider.
And I'm also, because as of last time I did a check on his life, like when he did that Relevant issue,
yeah,
he was a strong believer, and he actually held a house church in his house for the LA community.
Yeah.
I know he's been through a marriage, childbirth, and a divorce since then, and I know he's been through a lot. I don't know where he's at spiritually. And
give him your book.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm totally.
I was just making sure you have that idea in your head.
I'm totally going to wait in line.
Yeah.
And pay money to meet Zachary Levi.
Who's not going to be there? That's the true question.
Dude, when you look at the list, it's bananas.
I don't even want to.
There's so many people like, oh, I would love to see you, but I'm not paying for it.
No.
Like almost everybody from Battlestar Galactica's there. I love Battlestar Galactica.
I like what I watched with you.
There's a lot there. But yeah, I think it's important for us to look for positive, which is why I think you have to digress with some positive stuff, some funny stuff. Like Danielle, my wife, is just as busy as I am, if not more. And getting her to sit down and watch a comedy is like impossible. Like she won't sit down to do it.
No.
She'll sit down to watch a drama.
Handmaid's Tale's amazing, Danielle. My gosh.
Y'all have fun with that. I'll catch up.
It's so good.
She'll sit down to watch a drama, but what happens is she'll walk into the room and 30 Rock will be on, and she'll unintentionally sit down for like 5 episodes. Like
that's how I got Stephanie too. I was up one night watching it, and I think she had woke up from a nap, and she's like, "This is funny," and I said, "Yeah, it is."
The other night, I was watching 30 Rock. Danielle was in the shower, which is right beside our media area, and she started laughing from the shower. And I was like, "This is a win," and but it's good. So I think, especially the condition of where our world is spiritually.
Oh, definitely.
The conflict, all the negative, because they make depending on the media outlets you watch, they make some valid points about the fact that there's a lot of spin to keep us negative, and I think it's important to actually do that. Whether it's looking for a comedy, spending time with people outside of social media, and actually just enjoying their company.
Yeah.
Because I think we spend a lot of time looking for negative, and we like farm drama.
We do.
But I mean, obviously, scripture and church are bigger ways to detach from that than sitcoms.
Yes.
Church
can be stressful too at times.
Well, that's one of the problems when you're in ministry. Like,
yes.
Vincent leads ministries at Summit, and I'm a pastor, and we also both do Faith and Fandom, and we also have our own side gigs and small groups and everything else. And it gets really hard.
It's very hard. I'm so exhausted of people.
Well, that's, when Jesus says, "Come to me, all you are weary and heavy burden, I'll give you rest." I think that's one of my bigger problems, too.
He's talking about us.
when I'm heavy burdened or weary, like, I'm a lot more prone to go to other things.
Yeah, my first instinct is not, hey, let me dig into my word, or let me read this new Christian book that's probably really good for me. I want to sit down and watch TV and veg out or play Kingdom Hearts for hours.
Which, I started playing again?
What?
Red Dead Redemption.
That's a good game.
I still had it. Like, it was one of the free Xbox Live games, a 360 retro game, and it was already in my account.
Oh.
So I just,
I need to get the PlayStation thing.
The free games for PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, dude, I've been playing through Red Dead Redemption a little bit. That's fun, but just playing Injustice with Rosa has been one of my...
Such a good game, too.
We've been playing that together. Bella's been playing it. Bella has developed a love for Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember she was playing with him. Last time I played with him, I was like, she's like, I love Swamp Thing. And I was like, of course you do, because you're Bella.
Oh, and by the way, DC Animated just put out Batman and Harley Quinn.
I saw that.
You watched it?
I didn't watch it, but I did see it.
Okay, so was not ready for how children inappropriate that movie was.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Really?
Oh, snap.
Because, what is it on? I saw, either saw it online or saw it on some streaming network, and I was like, oh, I need to watch that.
Now, here's the thing. For you, you'll get some giggles out of it. You'll get a giggle.
I wish you could see Hector's face right now.
You'll get a giggle. But one of the main reasons, here's the deal. I purchased it because it was cheaper to purchase it than to take my kids to the theater and watch it. Because it was in theater one day and it would have cost us $60 with travel and tickets.
Yeah.
And it was $12 to buy digitally.
Okay.
So it made financial sense. Now, I wasn't even going to get it, but then I was reading some stuff online, and it said Swamp Thing was in it.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, man, they got Harley and Swamp Thing?
That's Rose and Bella right there.
Yeah, my kids are going to love it. So I'm sitting down there. First off...
Did you preview before you watched it?
No.
Oh.
Dude, as much as our time is...
Yeah, you don't have time.
I normally... That's a parenting fail on my end. I should have previewed it. But then, once I started seeing the inappropriate stuff, it was a little too late to tell my kids, sorry guys, you can't watch this.
What is it rated?
PG-13 maybe? I don't know. But, first off, Harley's been MIA for a few years, since she got out of Arkham. She's gone clean.
Oh.
She's
So
gone.
like the game.
Huh?
So like the game.
But she's working at a superhero Hooters, where all the waitresses are dressed like DC superheroes and villains. Scantily clad DC superheroes and villains. So Power Girl. And...
Oh!
Yeah. And she's working at this restaurant dressed as herself. So then she Nightwing's sent to find her. Nightwing finds her. They have a big old battle, which is very entertaining fight. Nightwing and Harley have a good knockdown, drag-out
I
brawl.
would like to see that.
That was honestly one of the things we're seeing. But then, you remember a little while ago when they did
Killing Joke?
the Killing Joke?
I didn't watch that yet either.
But you heard the debacle
Yeah.
about Batman and Batgirl having relations?
Yeah.
And how badly that was received?
Yeah.
You would think DC got their crap together.
No.
No. I love DC. I'm a DC
Who
guy.
was it?
Harley wins the fight. She knocks Nightwing out. She ties Nightwing to her bed. And then she begins to interrogate him or something. And then it turns into heavy sexual innuendo.
What?
Then it turns into Nightwing running with it. And Nightwing and Harley going at it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And so there's like, girls, cover your eyes. Girls, cover your eyes. Cover your ears. La, 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 la.
Pause.
Pause. Now, if you'd taken that one scene out, it legitimately, if you take the scene of the Hooters experience and the bedroom experience, it was a fun little romp.
Yeah.
Harley sings. Oh, and by the way, Harley in this is Bernadette from Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Yeah, she would make an excellent Harley.
And she did. She nailed it.
Good. Good for her.
But they brought back the original Batman and Robin voices.
Oh, thank God.
But Swamp Thing, the thing is, the main thing for me buying this movie was Swamp Thing for my daughter. Swamp Thing's a troll, bro. Swamp Thing trolled hard. There's this big scene where, like, Batman, Robin, Harley, Ivy, and Nightwing have all failed. The world's about to end. The villain's about to win. And Swamp Thing emerges from the swamp like some majestic god.
Like he always does.
But, I mean, bigger than life, dude.
Oh.
Like 3 stories high.
Why?
And the villain, he condemns the villain for his actions. Like, he's about to, like, rip him apart or destroy him. Then he says, but who am I to judge? And sinks back into the swamp.
What was the point of him being there?
It was a trolling us thing.
Oh.
Because, like, Nightwing's like, is it him? It's him. Yes, we're saved. And then he just left. And it was like, wah, wah, wah. I was, man.
I would have been upset.
We were upset. Bella was like, are you serious?
I can see her face now. Dad, what?
But, you know, whatever. Parenting lesson. Yeah. Parenting lesson. I'm going to stick to DC superhero girls.
Yeah. Which they're doing a really good job with that.
Oh, they've done a great job with that.
Yeah.
Oh, but, so before we roll, anything you're reading? What are you doing spiritually? Where are you at?
Spiritually, I have not been reading that much just because I've been kind of doing a lot of things and I've been having to read a lot for church. So I've just been reading all the stuff I need to read for church.
Which is honestly one of the things that happens so often when you're in ministry.
Yeah.
That a lot of your word time becomes work.
So, we're in Ecclesiastes now at church. And we're in Genesis with middle school. So I've been just reading through Ecclesiastes. I was reading through that anyway. But then we just happened to have a series on it. And then Genesis. It's nice to read Genesis again. And the way we're talking about Genesis and the student ministry is kind of the whole community. And I mean, I've always known God was in a community, but just some of the wordage used in Genesis to with us and our that we use in Genesis with the community and how that's being portrayed through the gospel. I think it's really interesting. I'm still reading Ready Player One just because I don't. It's not that I read slow. I don't have time. I'm almost done, but I need a weekend where I have nothing to do and just sit down and finish.
I tried reading Chris Durso's new book.
Who's that?
The guy who does the pastor that does all the poetry and social club stuff.
Oh, how was it?
Oh
no!
It was Ironfist. I made it through the first chapter.
We're claiming that term. Faith and Fandom. We're claiming it was Ironfist.
if it goes bad at the beginning and you just put it down.
Ironfist.
Which is probably most of our podcasts.
No, people like us. Don't do that.
Ironfist.
We're funny.
Are we?
I had friends that commented, that laughed.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Whatever.
We do it because we enjoy each other.
That's pretty much this is doing this podcast is a legitimate excuse for us to sit around on some porch in Vincent, North Carolina, and look at the sunset and talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
There's birds going. Someone lives in that roof, and there's birds going in it.
No,
Sorry.
there's something dead.
It's disgusting.
In the roof across the street because it's being swarmed like Alfred Hitchcock style. But I tried to read his new book. It was called The Heist.
I remember you got it.
Man, I just feel like it wasn't really mature.
Well, I mean, his audience isn't mature.
It just felt like not a lot of depth. No, I get that for one chapter. I'm probably going to try it again. But that was discouraging because that's the first ministry book I've read in a while since Gaining by Losing.
What I've noticed with ministry stuff is it's either super deep and theological, and you probably need some type of like theological ministry to read the book, or it's like water. It's like milk.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is there no in between? I'm not going to seminary. I don't have time. I don't plan on doing it. The stuff I want to do, I don't have at the seminaries nearby. So, no.
Southeastern would have whatever you want.
No, they don't.
What do you want?
Outdoor ministries.
There are ones in North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them.
My friend Timothy Eugen graduated from one.
Okay.
Like in him and his wife both did.
Okay.
They're outdoor ministry degrees. And in fact, at the annual meeting in November, there are booths in colleges that are repping. They have that degree.
Make sure when you go there, pick up some information.
Well, I'm hoping to have a Faith and Fandom booth at this thing.
I really enjoy outdoor ministries. I love camp, love camping, love being outside all day, every day. I'd quit my job right now if someone gave me a camp.
Well, I have a ministry that's looking for directors that you wouldn't have to have your degree to do.
That's wonderful. That's my only issue. I'm not getting.
Right now,
have enough experience.
If you wanted, I could get you a camp.
What? Where?
You actually would get to pick.
Oh, we'll talk about this.
That's a further conversation. But I tried to read The Heist, and I didn't get a whole lot from it in what I read because I iron-fisted it. I've still been reading 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, and that's been a big encouragement to me.
Books.
Because I've been taking time and going through that with my kids. And right now our church is doing a series on prayer, so that's been, a big focus with that. Because prayer is always one of the things I struggle with the most.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I'm the worst at prayer.
I talk to Jesus often. I think because my life would not be the same if I did.
It's kind of that thing of when you're comfortable or when you're always around someone, you just get to the point you just know what each other's thinking and doing. You just kind of get settled in it. So it's just like, okay, I know what God wants me to do. I'm just going to get going. And like the relationship of it struggles when I do that, and which is something I've been challenged in. I need to pray more. That's straight up something I need to do more. And if you ever see us at a Comic-Con, come up and pray with us.
Please.
Jumpstart that.
I love it. I love it. I love praying. I love talking to God. I think it's one of my favorite things to do. It's things that get me through the day. I think I could not be a teacher if I didn't pray as often as I did. I wish I read the Word more, but I don't have time to sit down and do things as often as I want.
Well, you need to start finding some I mean, legitimately, if you know, most of the Bible app will actually read to you.
I know, but I feel like it's cheating almost.
No, it'd be better to cheat that way than not to do it.
That's true. That is true.
It's like, and I don't know if I'm the only nerd that feels this way, but I feel like I can't read the Bible without a highlighter.
Yes!
Like, if I sit down to read the Bible,
I have to prepare myself.
If I sit down to read the Bible and I don't have a highlighter, I'm prone to just skip it.
I need 2 hours for reading the Bible. 2 hours out of my time, I need to pray. I need to at least pray for 30 minutes before, and then get all my supplies, my journal, my pens, my pencils, my highlighters, everything. Then the Bible. Just got a new study Bible. Only read it a couple times because I just don't have time to read. Giant, so big.
On reading stuff, I did a preliminary check, and I've already got over half of the Faith and Fandom chapters outlined for the next book.
Woo woo!
Which
Book 5.
Book 5. It feels like it's early, but honestly, by our usual track, I need to start writing next month. Being October, I need to start writing by then.
If I write a Kingdom Hearts chapter, can someone edit it?
Someone will edit it. You write it. We'll get it in there.
Done.
Like you did that Power Rangers chapter?
It's still on my computer.
Okay.
I can send that in too.
Okay.
It's almost done.
Oh, it's on your computer, but it's almost done.
No, I have to finish typing what my friends were saying.
Okay.
I had 5 more minutes left.
Okay.
People just talk really fast.
Yeah. So I'm laying that out. So if you listen to this and you have things that you're interested in that you would like to see in the books, make sure you let me know because I'm always open to that. There's someone that inboxes Faith and Fandom all the time suggesting animes that would make great Faith and Fandom things. And, I appreciate that. And almost every time I've had to tell him no because it's animes I don't watch. But
Like what?
I don't know. I'd have to go through the list. But like Tokyo Ghoul or
Nope, don't know what that is.
One Piece and stuff like that. I've
only seen 2 episodes.
Stuff that now I am planning to try out My Hero Academia.
So good, my gosh. That's such a good show.
But we're gonna get out of here because we both have to drive home.
Yeah, I
and
have to pee.
It's
Sorry.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
I don't know. But thanks for taking time to listen with us. If you have thoughts, make sure you please comment and share this with other people. If you are in the Fayetteville region, you can catch Vincent this weekend at LibraryCon 2017. If you're in Atlanta this weekend, I will be roaming around looking lost and frightened and sweaty.
He won't be looking frightened. He'll be looking just awkward and smiling.
No, I'll look awkward and sweaty if I'm by myself. But
most likely be on his phone.
Yeah. Well, I bought 2 industrial battery packs
My God.
that last 20 hours.
Where'd you get those from?
Amazon, $12.
Oh.
Right? Right?
Send
But
me that link.
they're normally 60 and they were 12.
Are they still 12?
Yep.
Send me that link. I'm about to buy something.
But I'll be doing that next Saturday, September 9th. Faith and Fandom will be at Union County Public Library's SuperCon in Monroe, North Carolina. Sunday, September 10th, we will be at Florence Comic Con, just walking around, or at least I will.
I have an event for sure.
Yeah. And then
Color War.
Then after that, we will be at Bookham, North Carolina, the Writers Festival in Lumberton, North Carolina, September 23rd. And then after that, Fayetteville Comic-Con, which is going to be pretty baller this year. I'm excited. Vegeta is there.
What?
Vegeta,
Huh?
Piccolo.
What?
They're the same person.
Oh, I was going to say.
And Shenron. He's Shenron too. But,
Oh.
huh?
Really?
Yeah. And he looks like me.
What?
Yeah. Chris Sabat basically looks like me. But then also, not the same person, Frieza's there.
Oh.
And the dude, Lou Ferrigno, OG Hulk is there.
Yeah.
The dude, the muscle from Superman 2, like Zod's sidekick, Okay, whatever. You don't know classic stuff.
I
But,
do know classic stuff. I just don't remember Superman 2.
Oh, it was
I saw it once.
it was probably the best Superman movie.
Really?
Of the old stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, of the old stuff. But and also there's the dude from Full Metal Alchemist is there. It's not
Anime.
yeah, it's not an anime I'm down with. Or not I'm not down with it. I just haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna get out of here. God bless you for listening. Make sure you check us out, hit us up on our social medias, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Pray for good things.
Pray for good things. We're praying for you. You pray for us. And we'll see you at a con nearby.